Hey everybody, Crow back again with another unboxing video. I got a package from Limited Run Games today, and I had already opened this up. So I already opened this up, but this isn't the actual unboxing part. I just kind of opened it up, took a peek. I was like, oh, I was expecting this kind of deal. And yeah, so they kind of wrapped it up like this. And what we have here is we got the I guess it's like the collector's edition or whatever. It's a big, the NES style boxed versions of Double Dragon 4 and River City. It's River City Melee. Look at it. I was gonna say River City Ransom Melee, but it's just River City Melee. These were both games I was kind of interested in, and I never bought them primarily because they were digital download titles. And when I found out that these were coming out, I was definitely gonna buy them. But it was really up in the air whether or not I was going to actually buy these NES-styled collector's edition or just the standard version. And at the last minute, I was sitting there like on the store, and they were going to go live at like 9 a.m. And at the last minute, I was like, screw it, I'll spend the whole bunch of extra money just to have the bigger boxes and whatever else. I can't even. It's such a long time ago. And I remember one of the reasons why I did go for these bigger, more expensive versions is just because I did get like my bonus at that time too. So I had some extra money, so I was like, screw it, just buy it. Will it be a waste of money or not? I don't know. I do say that right off the bat, these are pretty cool. And of course we get the tickets. Which I don't know if I'll ever use, and then the cards that they always put on the outside. So I don't know why they don't put these cards on the inside of the packages. They're always rattling around loose in the packages. Although in this case they were kind of in between here, and when I just threw them back in it. So that's not an issue. It's just that sometimes I'm like, why don't they just put the cards inside? The boxes themselves, what I think is really funny, it's a shame that I'm going to lose it, is that on the plastic and the outside they put a like a price tag, like this was like bought in the 80s or early 90s or whatever from some local store. And yeah, I'm glad they put that on there because I wouldn't have remembered that I paid $54.99 for each of these. So yeah, River City Melee here. The sides and the back. I realized I didn't do the back of the Double Dragon box, but here's the back of the Double Dragon box. I like how it, kind of looking old school there. So let's get the openings up. I was actually a bit more excited for River City Melee than Double Dragon 4 because I am a bigger fan of the River City game, specifically River City Ransom, and that's what this kind of looks like. So it's a no-brainer that I would have bought that. And Double Dragon 4, I know, came out and everybody liked it. So I'm going to start with this one. The shrink wrap. This is not. It doesn't seem like a professional shrink wrap job. It's got, it's kind of like, around the sides. It's like, but I'm not going to complain because I'm taking this off anyway. I know a lot of people would love to keep this in the packaging, and I think that's where this price tag thing comes in, too. If you wanted to just collect it and keep it in the package, I'm kind of thinking about trying to peel this sticker off and putting it on the box itself. But I don't think I will do that. So I paused for a second because I was thinking, oh man, maybe I should have took a better picture of this before for a thumbnail before I started unwrapping it. But I was like, well. So we got let's do them both at the same time here. Get the wrappings off of both of them. Yeah, that's right. It's a 2-for-1 video. But it'd be kind of silly just to do these. Make these into separate videos. Right, it's dead air. I'm just wasting everybody's time here. Okay. I said I was going to start with this one, so let's start with this one. Yeah, it's been such a long time that I don't exactly remember. But I think that these have a special container and soundtrack, and I think let's get that. And even the bottom is like those old NES boxes. It's not just a fold over. It's got that. I don't know what kind of specific fold that is, but that's exactly like an NES box. I'll have to probably grab an NES box to compare a little bit later, just because I know that, 2 of the dimensions are exactly the same, and then one is slightly bigger. And I don't remember which one it is, but yeah, for starters, we got the PS4 game here in a NES style case, which is kind of one of the things I really I really thought was really cool that they showed in the picture. So one thing I remember this, and that's totally awesome. And yeah, and it came with a poster too. So here's the game itself. I will unwrap this as well because I think that this is a double-sided cover. And then we've got the poster here. It's oh, actually, before we do the poster, here's the soundtrack because this is like the last thing here. I don't think I will unwrap this right now. I think it's just going to be a soundtrack in there. And I think that's just a sheet of paper in there. It looks like a sheet of paper just the way it's going through there. So I don't think there's a point in opening that up. But let's unfurl this poster. And there it is. I don't know if I can get the whole thing in shot here. There it is. And there's the poster. It's the same as the cover, so that's pretty cool. Let's just fold that back up. All right, so that's really... Oh, and... oh, you know what? I thought that was like the manual. Both these were in this... This is just really cool. I really like the way they put... Like, gave it a NES style sleeve. That almost alone is worth it. And I will open up that soundtrack another time, though. Not in this video specifically, but let's open up this River City Melee. I presume we could find pretty much exactly the same thing in here. So yeah, we've got the sleeve, the NES style sleeve. We've got the poster in the back there. And the game itself, which we will open in a short minute. Or a long minute, rather. The soundtrack. And yeah. Well, there's a lot of tracks on here. I wonder how many discs this is. It's gotta be just one. Yeah, it's just one. It's just, they must just be really short tracks. And then the poster itself here. But yeah, same as the cover there. So that's pretty cool. I don't imagine myself actually putting these up anywhere. I mean, if the only extra thing was the poster, even the soundtrack, I don't know if I would have gone for it. It was just the style of the box that I really liked. That was the reason I went for it. So let's take a look at the games themselves. We'll have to unwrap these. So just give me a minute and I'll unwrap these. Alright, both games have been unwrapped, so let's open them up, see what we got inside. We've got the disc. For Double Dragon 4, we got a manual. So, I like how it says game pack instructions. Technically, this is not a... Could it be? Could a DVD Blu-ray? It is a Blu-ray. Could a Blu-ray be considered a game pack? I don't know. I like how it's got the Double Dragon story in here, and it's like, Double Dragon 2. Why does it say... Well, oh, Double Dragon 3 must have taken place before Double Dragon 2. That's right. And then Double Dragon 4. That's the story of this game, I guess. And then, characters, whatnot. And then, of course, we have the alternate... this is like if you wanted to reverse it. But honestly, I think that this cover is better than this one. What's funny is I wish I could kind of cut this up. Here's the problem. It's pretty much the same, isn't it? Just a different color. I was going to say I like this back better than this back, but I think it's just that I like the blue over the orange. Yeah, it's even the same screenshots on there, so yeah, it's pretty much almost exactly the same. Just the front cover, this, anime style cover. Yeah, I think that this is a lot better, so we'll do that. And I think that if you were to buy the game, like, individually, it was, you got the same thing here. It was just some of them were, randomly flipped or whatever. And here's the thing, they had to start putting the ESRB rating on there. I thought what they would do is just have the same image on the other side, just without the ESRB. That was a suggestion somebody had made, I think on Twitter or something. Why don't they do that? Why don't every game come out with a reversible cover where you could just, get rid of the ESRB rating? River City Melee, we'll open that up. There's our disc, and there's our manual. So this came with a manual, of course. But again, this is what you would get in the standard edition anyway. Control, move. This is a smaller manual. But there's no story to cover. Lots of notes pages too. So, okay. Yeah, and here's the alternate art, which I think is terrible. I don't like this at all. This cover, I don't like it at all. But yeah, this is much better, more keeping in line with the the original game, I think. And the back page, I think is it's exactly the same. So let me put all this back together. All right, I was kind of looking for a box kind of comparable for NES game boxes. I don't have that many NES game boxes, so I don't have a box of River City Ransom or any of the Double Dragons. I don't have those in box. I have the games, I just don't have the boxes. But I figure I could compare it to this box, Mighty Final Fight. So we'll just compare it against this one. The height is this flap is coming up a little bit. The height of the boxes are exactly the same. However, these the PS4 boxes, they're just a little bit wider, maybe about half an inch. I'm sorry, I don't do metric. An American, I don't know anything about metric. And yeah, the width of the boxes, which I knew were a little bit wider, they are just little bit wider there. Like, now if you could tell how much that is, it's like a quarter inch, maybe, not even that. But I thought only the width was the only thing that was bigger, but I suppose it's this too. So if you were to put these side by side on a shelf, you'd have to pop out your NES collection a little bit to make it flush. Otherwise, these would be sticking out. Other than that, do I regret going for the more expensive ones? I think no. I think no, because I could have bought these digitally and just not had anything at all. For me, it's the boxes, and I like these boxes. It's like the same thing with the Ys Origin one. Yeah, the internal things were kind of disappointing in it, but I really liked the big box it came in. For me, it's the box. But yeah, I'll probably get some use out of the soundtrack too. What I need to do is go through these soundtracks that I've been getting and kind of rip them and listen to them and see if I want to put any in my car or on my phone or anything like that. Something really worth listening to. But yeah, I have not actually played either of these games yet, and I will be. Actually, I've got a whole bunch of stuff recently I haven't had a chance to play. So maybe, one day in the near future, I will stop playing Leisure Suit Larry and I will play these games. Anyway, let's leave it at that. See y'all next time. Thanks. Bye.